What makes Malibu a special place for me, the most obvious answer would be that it was here that for the first time I heard the gospel. And growing up in a church my whole life, I actually had never heard the truth about who Jesus was and what it meant that he died for me.
And it was at Malibu where I began a relationship with Christ. It was underneath the dining hall, the old dining hall. And I hid underneath there, and my Young Life leader, Tom Hansen, found me and prayed with me underneath the dining hall. So told me to come back to my cabin and tell the guys what I did. And my cabin, we were in the lounge, the Sitka lounge, and so I had to tell them what had happened. So ever since then, that's been a significant place for me. But then we did the dining hall remodel, and I can't get back to my spot, so.
Besides the changed lives that I see happen here and knowing that God's going to do that in others, it's a place for me to connect with God. I've heard people refer to it as a thin place. It's just that space between heaven and earth just seems so thin.
It's just an incredible place to come and see how God uses this property to proclaim himself into the lives of kids.
There's just something special that happens every time I come here, just between God and I.
I've been all over the world, and when people ask me what's the most beautiful place on earth, and I say Malibu.
I do have a passion for Malibu and a passion for serving Young Life field staff and coming. That's why we stay here. It's for people to bring kids to Malibu and adults as well. It's not just a kid thing. You know, that is our mandate and that's why we're here. But working with and for the field staff and providing a great, great place, which I think Malibu is becoming. There is a lifespan for wood structures, and it typically is 50 years. Our plans for Nootka is total remodel. It is very crowded. Right now, one dorm has 2 sinks, 2 toilets, 2 showers, and we'll have 16 gals in it. The new Nootka will stay sort of a very similar building envelope. It's not going to increase, but we're going to have, instead of having the 6 rooms on the bottom floor, 6 rooms on the top floor, it's going to be 4 on the bottom, 4 on the top. So we do lose rooms, but we've accommodated that by adding other places around camp to increase the amount of campers that we have. Big Squawk has served Young Life in Malibu exceptionally well for the last 60 years. It's been great, and but it has its time. It's an older building. It's built to residential standards, and we're putting 400 people in there. And it's been great, but it is in need. Structurally, in order to have that many people in there, you need a new structure. So it's a real safety issue. This will become the games room. And then where the game room now is will be just meeting area, which we desperately need as well. The club room is going to be facing right down that way towards the Princess Louise Inlet. So we're going to blast a little bit of that rock in here. It's going to be an amphitheater style building. This decking will tie in with the gym. So this sort of shifts a little bit like the center of camp will move over from down there to up here. To have safe buildings, to have buildings that are adequate for to have club in there is really, really important.
I see my own life being changed every time I'm here. I learn something about myself, I learn something about God. I'm challenged in a number of ways, but I also see lives being affected daily, and the people that arrive on the Princess are not the people that go home on the Princess.
Not only just the fun that we get to have and the memories that we get to make, but also just hearing a speaker share who Jesus is and watch hearts change from the minute you walk off the boat to the minute you get back on the boat to go back home is pretty amazing.
They get to see his creation and what he's done for them to the smallest detail of the flowers around here. They get to experience Jesus through the work crew and the summer staff who come alongside of them and help them have an incredible week. They get to experience Jesus with the leaders who bring them and stay in the room with them and eat meals with them and do all the activities and love them just where they are.
You do experience this thinness, this closeness with God that you don't get when you're back home.
And they see God is a God of great fun. They get to hear some of our best people tell them and articulate the gospel in a way that they can understand and grab hold of, so that kids and adult guests and all the people can be changed by the Holy Spirit as He runs through this place, through the work, the creation, and the Word.